Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ashlyn. Thank you for joining me if you're new here. So first and foremost, I must apologize for my absence. There was some life events that happened and that pretty much kind of had me in a funk, and I honestly just did not feel like filming for a while. And yeah, I'm back today and I'm ready to get back into the groove of filming and uploading regularly. So again, I'm sorry for my absence, but I'm back and we're gonna do the damn thing. So for today, I wanted to do a nice, soft, romantic Valentine's Day look. If you're going out celebrating Valentine's Day with your boo, or Galentine's Day, if you don't necessarily need to have a man to or a significant other, I should say, to celebrate Valentine's Day. But I just wanted to do something nice and soft and pretty for Valentine's Day, maybe with a bold statement lip. So if you want to see how I create this look, keep on watching. So I'm starting off with a blank face. I already applied my moisturizer. These dark circles are just really out of control. So the moisturizer that I applied was the Kiehl's Ultra Facial Cream. This is nice and thick and very, very moisturizing. So I'm gonna go in with my primer of choice today, which is the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. This has really become a favorite of mine. I just love how it has the tackiness and it really grips onto the makeup, and it's long lasting. So I'm just going to apply a little bit of that to the entirety of my face. And as usual, I'm going to set my primer with powder, and I'm going to use the Mercier Translucent Deep Setting Powder to set my powder. And if you don't know about this, this is used, this trick is to pretty much, you know, enhance long-lasting makeup throughout your day. So not only do you set your foundation, but also setting your primer helps with the longevity of your makeup. So not a lot, just a little bit to help set it. And as usual, I'm going to correct using the Juvia's Place concealer in the shade number 7. I'm just going to add a little bit under my eyes and around my lips. Those are my problematic areas where I battle, where I have a lot of hyperpigmentation and darkness. So just a little bit. And I'm gonna blend that out with my sponge. And so for today's foundation, I'm going to be using the Too Faced Born This Way Matte 24-Hour Undetectable Super Longwear Foundation. So I have the shade Tiramisu. If you're not aware, Too Faced has an original formula which they released a couple years ago, and Jackie Aina also did a shade extension with them. And that formula, I believe, has like a satin finish to it. They released a matte formula sometime last year. So I picked up the same shade, Tiramisu. I figured it would be the same thing. So let's see. I'm going to start off with one pump, and I'm going to just dot it all over the place. I think I have like more of a neutral undertone because I feel like I can get away with red, and I can also get away with warm. So we'll see. And I'm going to use my Morphe M439 flat kabuki brush and just stipple and blend that out. Okay, that's a nice finish. We'll see how it dries down. So for concealer, I'm going to be applying both the Fenty Beauty concealers in the shade 430. This is usually my regular shade for regular concealing. And then I'm gonna go in with 410 just for an extra bit of highlight. Now I'm going to let this concealer dry down a little bit and work on my eyebrows, and I will be right back. Okay, so my brows are done. They're not perfect because I need them groomed, but I did the best that I could with them. So now I'm just going to blend out my concealer with a, this is a Real Techniques sponge. And you know, letting your concealer dry down a little bit really helps out with blending, because it's just not moving all over the place. It goes exactly where you want it, versus when it's still super wet, it's not, you know, it's just, it goes everywhere. Well, it doesn't go everywhere, but you know, it doesn't go where you want it to go. And it just makes the blending job a little bit more difficult. I'm just gonna use my foundation brush to really help blend that, especially that forehead part. It looks a little splotchy or patchy. I'm gonna blend out any harsh lines, make sure everything is seamless. All right, so I'm gonna do a little bit of contouring. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna skip contour. I'm just gonna do a little bit of reverse contouring. Whatever is left, whatever concealer is left on my sponge, I'm just gonna do that. Now, I'm gonna try something new. This is new territory for me, but I'm gonna try cream blush or liquid blush. So I did a haul a couple of months ago from Sephora where I got some new goodies, and in that I got the Rare Beauty liquid blush in the shade Love. I have yet to try it. This is brand new territory to me. This is like a nice peachy terracotta look, and I'm going for a pink look today. We'll see. I'm gonna apply just a small amount. I'm so used to just powder blush. I'm gonna give this a try and see. So I'm gonna apply, you see that? Just a small dab, just because I don't want to apply too much and it's a mess. And I'm going to just blend this out with this dual fiber brush from Real Techniques. And I didn't apply it directly on the apples of my cheeks. I kind of applied it where I would apply between highlight and contour. Okay, I like it. I like the blush. I like it. So now I'm going to set everything. Now you want to make sure you blend out any creases that you have under your eyes from your concealer, because you definitely don't want to set any creases. And I want to set, this is like now my new favorite setting powder. This is the Laura Mercier translucent powder in the shade Honey. Now this, I feel like, will help combat some of the orangeness. Is that a word? No, it's not. But we're gonna go with it. You get my drift. I feel like it's gonna help combat some of this orange that I feel like I'm having from my concealer. So yeah, I'm just gonna apply that, and I just feel like it's just such a nice powder. I feel like it really does an excellent job at setting my under eye, and it just gives it a nice satin finish. So I'm gonna apply, not too much. I don't feel like you need much of this powder to really get the job done. It doesn't leave, most importantly, it doesn't leave like a white cast or a flash when taking pictures. I mean, I feel like those days are kind of over with, because I mean, it's 2021 now. If these companies haven't figured out how to avoid flash in their powders, then, you know, they really need to get it together. All right, so I'm just setting my eyes as well. Yeah, I mean, I absolutely love this powder. Highly, highly recommend this shade. I mean, this whole line of powder is really excellent. I mean, their original shade is great. Yeah, and then I have the medium deep that I use to set my concealer with. And, not my concealer, my primer. And then I have this honey shade that they released sometime last year, which is, I feel like, perfect under eye highlight setting powder. All right, and now to set my face, another newbie to the group is the Fenty Beauty foundation powder. It's a matte finish. You know, she has her loose setting powder. She has her bronzing powder. I usually use my MAC Studio Fix powder, Studio Fix Finish powder. But I wanted to give this one a try, and I got the shade 440. I usually am the shade 430 in their foundation, the regular liquid foundation. I saw some reviews that said that their powder foundation shades weren't really corresponding with your liquid foundation shades, and from what I saw, I just decided to go a shade down. So let's see. I'm gonna use just a fluffy brush. There's not much kickback, but again, I'm not using this for added coverage. I'm using it more as a setting powder, but I am curious to see how much coverage it does give you without foundation, so I will be testing this out on its own. Okay, and now for bronzing, I opted to bronze instead of contour just because I didn't want it to be super harsh, despite my eyebrows being super harsh, but we'll get to that. But yeah, I just wanted the face to be nice and soft along with the eyes. I'm not gonna do anything too crazy with the eyes. That's the plan, but we'll see where it goes. So I'm just going to bronze with Fenty Beauty Mocha Mami bronzing powder. So it's just gonna add a little bit of warmth to my face. And I'm just gonna go in the area right below, kind of overlapping where I applied my blush. So onto eyes. I usually don't show when I'm applying my eyeshadow just because, I don't know, I just feel like I'm not that great at it. But I just kind of wanted to play around today and just do a nice, pretty eyeshadow look for Valentine's Day. So we'll see how this goes. So I'm gonna bring you guys in a little bit. Okay, so you guys are in pretty close. You see my face. Now let me stop. So before anything, I'm going to apply some setting powder underneath my eyes just to catch any fallout if there are any, and therefore I won't be upset to mess up my face. So I'm going to be using the Makeup by Mario Matte Master Matte palette, and I'm going to take this shade right here, which is, what is it, matte 12. You know, I really wish that they actually put the name of the shadows in front, right underneath the shadows. I think it's matte 12, I don't know, but I'm using this Morphe E27 fluffy blending brush, and I'm just going to apply this in my crease area as my transition shade. I always prefer a warm orangey terracotta shade for my transition shades in my crease. And if you're not aware, transition shade is basically the eyeshadow color that's going to help buffer your lid to your brow bone. So I'm just loosely applying that, windshield wiper movements. Now I'm going to go in with this like magenta pink kind of color. It looks like it's the same color as my nails on camera, but it really isn't. My nails are more like a hot pink. Anyway, I digress. But I'm going to take this magenta pink color by Colored Raine, and it's the shade Ladyship. And I'm going to take another Morphe brush. This is the M573. It's a little bit more tapered and smaller than the previous brush. Now Morphe brushes, Colored Raine eyeshadows are super pigmented. So I'm going to apply some of that a little bit underneath that transition shade that we had before, just to kind of deepen it and kind of make it more of like an eggplant color, I guess. Yeah. Again, I'm not really big on eyeshadow. You know, for the most part, I always focus on skin and just make sure that the skin is perfect, and then I just do whatever on my eyes. But I felt like just playing around in a little bit of color today. So now I'm going to apply the shimmer shadow. If you guys know me, you guys know I love shimmer eyeshadows. So I'm going to apply this nice eyeshadow by Anastasia Beverly Hills. It's called Pink Champagne. I absolutely love this shade. Now, they had it in her self-made palette, I believe. It was in one of those palettes that she released a couple years ago. And I used that one up. That was my go-to shade when I was doing bridal for the, either for the bride or for the bridal party. I mean, I used that shade up to the point that I went and purchased the single shadow separately. So, I mean, I feel like the shade is just it. It's stunning. So you can apply it wet or dry. I'm going to apply it, I'm gonna apply it wet. I think I'm gonna apply it wet. So I'm going to spray my brush. I'm using the MAC, I think this is the 252. I'm not sure, the name actually rubbed off. But I'm just going to spray my brush and then dip it into the eyeshadow. So this is going to give it a more foiled look. And I'm just going to swipe, oh, look at that, it's so pretty. I'm going to swipe it on. Just swipe it on. Alright, I mean, I feel like this shadow is just so gorgeous. I really do hope my camera is picking it up. And I'm just applying it a little above my crease. I'm going all the way into my inner tear duct, inner corner. All right, so I'm just gonna go in and just blend out any harsh lines, anything that's just not blending. Now, I feel like this is just a super easy beginner eyeshadow look. I mean, we're not really doing any cut crease or anything like that. And I'm just blending out any harsh lines at the edges right now. Just making sure everything blends in nicely. And honestly, that's kind of pretty much it. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna go in with a little bit. I'm going back to that Master Mattes palette. I'm gonna add this dark chocolate shade to the outer corner, just to add a little bit more depth. And I'm gonna use that same brush. Oops. I'm gonna use that same brush that I used before for that purple. And I'm just gonna add a little bit of depth to the outer edge. I mean, as far as eyeshadow goes, that's pretty much it. I really don't go too crazy with eyeshadows, but I do want to get better at putting eyeshadow on, and I see all these fun looks that people create, and so I kind of do want to get better at it. But I'll be honest, this is just my lane. I don't do cut crease. I mean, this is just my lane and my go-to look when I really want to look really fancy. So I'm going to apply a very, very, very thin line of eyeliner, and I'm going to go in with my Inglot gel eyeliner in the number 77. And I have this very small angled, tiny angled brush. This is by Beverly Tools, number 762. Now this eyeliner, let me tell you, it is jet black. It isn't going anywhere after you put it on. And I like it. I mean, I usually go for like a felt tip eyeliner, but I wanted to also incorporate this one. This one is like super creamy. It glides on, so it doesn't skip or anything like that, and it doesn't dry super fast neither, so you have some wiggle room to work with. So I'm just gonna apply, again, a very, very thin line. And the reason why I'm applying a thin line is just to hide, to help hide the lash band to the lashes I'm going to apply. I'm not gonna wing it out or anything like that. So I'm going to apply my mascara and my lashes off camera. I'm going to wipe this off, and I'll be back to complete the look. Okay, so my lashes are on. I have these lashes I got them from the beauty supply. So they're by Mink Cat, Royalty Mink Cat. I don't know, but I think these are very cute. So these are in the style Emerald. They are just nice and cute. They're not too long. It's super flirty. I think they're perfect. So yeah, I wiped off and dusted off the excess powder, and now I'm just going to just do a light dusting of the same terracotta shade from the transition shade from the Master Max palette under my eye. I'm just gonna do a little bit of that with a pencil brush. And then I'm gonna go in with that same brown that we used. And just a light dusting. I don't want it to be like super smoky or anything like that. And I'm just going to apply mascara. I am a bottom lash mascara girl. I know there's a lot of girls that don't really care for bottom lash mascara, but I have to have it. Oh, and this is the Better Than Sex mascara. I just got the sample size because I wanted to try it out and I really like it, so I will be purchasing the larger size. But I feel like it just does a great job, at least for me. What I'm looking for in my mascaras is volume and length, and I feel like it does a great job at doing that. I mean, you see my bottom lashes? I haven't had a mascara that's been able to do that for me. So, oh, inner tear duct highlight. Who am I? I always add inner tear duct highlight. So this is the shade Glamour by colored Raine. I don't know if you guys can really see it. My lighting might be washing it out, but it's a nice frosty pink champagne kind of shade. So I'm just gonna apply that right into my inner tear duct, blending it into that Anastasia pink champagne eyeshadow. I wouldn't be me if I didn't do it in inner tear duct highlight. I just wouldn't. As for lips, I think I might want to try to do a bold lip. I am going to do, yeah, I think I'm going to do a bold lip. All right, so I'm going to do Nightmoth pencil by MAC. This is an oldie but a goodie. I feel like MAC has the best lip liners, hands down. So I'm gonna apply that. And I'm gonna go with this hot pink. And if you guys know me, y'all know I love nude. So this is really making a statement. So this is Fenty Beauty. A lot of Fenty today. Fenty Beauty, their Stella lip paint in the shade Unlocked. So let's see. I don't think I've ever worn this. Okay, so that's it. This is the final look. I'm actually really happy with it. I'm really loving this bold pink lip. It's actually more vibrant than it's actually picking up on camera. But yeah, so I feel like this is just like the perfect, easy look to recreate if you're going out for Valentine's Day and you just want to look really nice and put together. I even like fixed up my hair for y'all, fixed up my edges and whatnot. So this is like a cute style too if you have some knotless braids, but I'm really feeling it. I even went and threw on a cute little shirt for y'all. But yeah, let me know if you guys like this. Everything used will be in the description box below. I'm really feeling it. I really do like it. But yeah, that's it. Again, I apologize for my absence, but I'm back, I'm here, and I will be back to uploading regularly. So yeah, don't forget to give this a thumbs up if you guys really like this tutorial. If you guys want to see more from me, let me know in the comment section down below what videos you guys would like to see from me. Don't forget to subscribe, and again, thank you so much for joining me. You guys have a great day. Bye.